Thanks for tuning in to Millennial Diligence. My name's Tom. Happy New Year, by the way. Today I wanted to talk about resolutions and how they can potentially set you up for failure. And we talk a lot about reasonable goals on this channel, and I think this comes up a lot at the beginning of each year where people make these resolutions, and for one reason or another, they either fall apart quickly or people don't see them throughout the year. I mean, it is a little bit unreasonable, but I think it's unreasonable to follow through on a lot of these resolutions because they're so grandiose. They're not reasonable. People say, well, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year. It's like, I think you're setting yourself up for failure because that is an admirable goal, but you have to have, if you're going to have a goal like that, you have to have reasonable steps. You should have smaller goals in mind that are going to help you get there. Like, okay, so instead of saying, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year, say, okay, I'm going to walk for 20,000 steps every day. I'm going to cut my calories to 2,000 calories a day. Have things that are measurable that will aid you in that grandiose goal. 50 pounds in a year, I mean, I'm just using that as an example because one of my colleagues mentioned that, and I just thought, well, let's break that down logically. That's almost a pound a week. That would be pretty remarkable for someone to do that in a year. Not saying it's impossible, not saying it can't be done. I mean, obviously it can, but still that's a hefty goal, pardon the pun. Anyway, I think you're going to be much better off setting small, measurable goals that you can follow throughout the year. Weekly goals or even daily goals, like the step goal. Okay, say you're going to do, let's say 10,000 steps a day. Say you work an office job, 10,000 steps a day. That's going to get you in a place that you're going to be closer to success there rather than having some grandiose goal and say 2 months go by and you haven't been losing a pound a week thus far. What's going to happen? You're going to get discouraged. You're going to get very discouraged. So what do you guys think? What are you planning on? Are you planning on making big changes this year? Are you already in the midst of making big changes? Have you had resolutions in the past that panned out? Or if they didn't pan out, what was the impediment to them not panning out? I'm really fascinated by this whole idea of resolution. But when you think of that, just the word is grandiose. So you just want to be very aware of when you set these huge goals and then it's March and you're not on pace to match these goals, I think you're setting yourself up for failure. But I'd really love to hear from you guys, and I'd love to hear your comments about this topic below, and Happy New Year. Thanks so much for tuning in.